Hey there, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory once again, aka the Armchair Philosopher. I just got the news of Dr. Conrad Murray's verdict of being guilty for the death of Michael Jackson. Now, here's how I feel about the whole thing. Now, granted, I am a fan of Michael Jackson's music. I've listened to his music ever since he was singing with the Jackson 5 when he was a child, all the way to his recent music. I even saw the This Is It movie, so I consider myself to be a fan of Michael Jackson's music. And one of the things that really surprised me about this verdict was how everybody seemed so elated about the verdict. And me, I felt like this was a distraction from what's important. We were fighting two wars in other countries. We are in economic trouble like crazy. The student loan debt is crazy. People are unemployed. People can't find work. People are losing their homes. People are losing their jobs. We may end up being another third world nation, and all we cared about is some doctor who killed a celebrity. And that makes me wonder about our society. Why this worship of celebrities? Why this cult of celebrity? When the O.J. Simpson trial happened, everybody lost their minds. People were too opinionated about the OJ trial, the verdict, and there was so much going on television, and I was very angry about that because it showed us that all we cared about was OJ. That all they threw up in our face was OJ, and people were trying to make money off the whole OJ thing. So it makes me think we as Americans don't have our priorities correct. That our heads are shoved up our behinds. That we don't know anything from anything because all we care about is what some celebrity did. We don't try to make our own lives better. We just follow the news of a celebrity. And now, what's really even messed up is now you can be a celebrity and don't even have to have any talent. The basketball wives of LA. I looked at a couple of episodes of that show and I realized that all it was were these rich women with a lot of time on their hands. And what I saw was all I saw was cleavage, thighs, breasts, and buttocks. And that seemed to be the whole crux of the show and the drama that those women get into. And it just made me wonder about our culture as a whole. Like, these women are now celebrities. Why do we love things like the Bad Girls Club, where all they do is drink, party, dress promiscuous, and are destructive and pride themselves on being bad? Yet we have economic troubles, environmental troubles, heck, government troubles. We're not even politically aware of what's going on. The political arena has turned into like two little kids squabbling. And all we seem to care about is some doctor who was negligent and ended up murdering his patient. Whatever you feel about Michael Jackson, fine, but why are we so focused on this? There's too much important stuff going on around the world. Greece's economic decline. They're going through their hell trying to deal with it. We may very well be in that predicament in the near future. So why are we caught up in the death of a pop star? Now, the only people that should really be caring is Michael Jackson's family. That's the only folks that should care. It shouldn't be us as the general public. We need to live our own lives and stop trying to do that vicarious living. I did a video on voyeurism, and I talk about that too. Like, why? We live vicariously through other people. We watch people date. We watch people have sex. We watch people eat. We watch people cook. We watch people exercise. But we don't do a doggone thing ourselves. So I would say, yeah, justice was done on the whole Conrad Murray thing. But one, it's not going to bring Michael Jackson back from the grave. Michael Jackson isn't going to do some Doctor Who Time Lord regeneration biz and bam, we see him again. It doesn't going to work that way. So what I think we should try to make a better life for ourselves. Well, go to plays, go to the art museum, cultivate our minds, cultivate our religious beliefs, cultivate our character. Be better folks. Quit worrying about what Michael Jackson's doctor was tried for. This is the OJ thing all over again. This is just we're trapped in the idol, the cult of personality. And then people that aren't even famous, or excuse me, that aren't even talented are now famous just for being on television. Like Jersey Shore. Why are we celebrating the name of or celebrating a woman by the name of Snooki who has no talents whatsoever? But because she has large breasts and she shows off her body in parties, we look at her and we somehow desire to be like her. And I mean the ladies out here or the men desire to be with her, or we see all these things happening. And now she's this household name. So I don't know. It just blows my mind. It really does. I believe the whole verdict was a distraction. There's deeper, bigger, heavier things going on this planet, and we're worrying about whether or not. And now I'm just talking in circles. So I'm going to end the video right here. I want to thank you for tuning in. Take care.